Hello everyone. Today's our topic is Operation Sindoor and India's mega mock drill, a day of action and preparedness. Let's analyze today's topic. And the key points are first thing, Operation Sindoor. India conducted precision airstrikes on 9 terrorist camps in Pakistan and Pakistan occupied Kashmir, that is POK, on 7th May 2025 in response to the Pahalgam terror attack on April that happened on April 22nd, 2025, which killed 26 civilians. The operation was described as measured and non-escalatory, targeting only terrorist infrastructure. And the nationwide mock drill that going to be take place today on May 7, 2025, India is holding its first nationwide civil defense mock drill since after 1971 across 244 districts, simulating war scenarios like air raids and blackouts to prepare civilians for emergency. What is its historical context? The last similar mock drill occurred during the 1971 Indo-Pak War and airstrikes like the 2019 Balakot operation. So, India's history of responding to terrorism. Precautions: civilians should stay calm, follow instructions, prepare emergency kits, and follow safety guidelines like clearing debris and covering windows during the drill. The controversial thing: Pakistan has called the strike an act of war, rising tensions, but India maintains its action were necessary to combat terrorism. Now, what happened in Operation Sindoor? Early this morning, India launched Operation Sindoor, a series of air strikes targeting terrorist camp in Pakistan and POK. This was a response to a deadly terror attack in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, 2 weeks ago, which killed almost 26 people. The strike carried out by the Indian Army, Navy, and Air Force hit 9 locations known for planning attacks against India. The government says the operation has carefully planned to avoid escalating tensions, focusing only on terrorist sites, not Pakistani military bases. Pakistani, however, claims 8 people were killed and has called it an act of war, which has sparked diplomatic concern. What about the mock drill that going to be take place today? India is conducting a massive mock drill across 244 districts to prepare for war-like situations. You might hear air raid sirens, see temporary blackouts, or be asked to practice evacuating to a safe area. This is the first time since 1971 that India has done such a large-scale drill prompted by recent tensions with Pakistan. The goal is to make sure everyone, civilians, students, and officials, knows what to do if there is a real emergency like an air strike or missile attack. Why does this matter? Both events show India's focus on keeping its people safe. Operation Sindoor sends a message that India won't tolerate terrorism, while the mock drill ensures we are ready for any crisis. These steps are especially important given the current situation with Pakistan, but officials says the drill is just a precaution, not a sign of immediate conflict. What should you do? If you are in one of the 244 districts, don't panic during the drill. Listen to the local authorities, keep a flashlight and first aid kit ready, and learn where your nearest shelter is. Simple steps like clearing debris from roads or covering windows can also help keep you safe. Stay tuned to official news sources to avoid rumors. Now, on May 7, 2025, India is at the center of two significant events that underscore its commitment to national security and civilian preparedness. Operation Sindoor, a military operation involving air strikes on terrorist camps in Pakistan and POK, that is Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and a nationwide civil defense mock drill across 244 districts, the first of its kind since 1971. These events, prompted by the recent Pahalgam terror attack on April 22nd, 2025, reflect India's proactive stance against terrorism and its effort to ensure readiness to potential war-like scenarios. These this thing and this talk aims to inform the aims to inform you about the facts, historical context, and precautions associated with these events, providing a comprehensive understanding of their significance. If we talk about the operation that was executed by the Indian Army at 1:44 a.m. on May 7, 2025, that is today only, targeting 9 terrorist camps in Pakistan and POK. The Indian government described the strike as focused, measured, and non escalatory, emphasizing that no Pakistani military facilities were targeted, only terrorist infrastructure linked to attacks against India were targeted. If we see the key details, forced involved, the operation marked the first time since the 1971 Indo-Pak War that all three branches of the Indian military, Army, Navy, and Air Force conducted a joint strike. Targets: the strike hit four locations, not four, but I will say six locations in Pakistan. Four were including Bahalpur, Murid and Sialkot, and five in POK. Total nine. Using precise guided munition to minimize collateral damage. Now, Pakistan's response: Pakistan reported that six locations were struck, resulting in 8 deaths and 38 injuries till yet, with the one missile allegedly hitting a mosque in Bahawalpur. Yeah, Bahawalpur. Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif labeled the strike an act of war, and Pakistan claimed to have shot down some Indian jets, though this remains unverified. International reaction: India briefed countries like the US, UK, Saudi Arabia, UAE and Russia on the operation, with the US monitoring developments. If we see the historical context, India has a history of conducting air strikes to counter terrorism. 2019 Balakot airstrike: following the Pulwama attack, India targeted a Jaish-e-Mohammed camp in Balakot, Pakistan, using Mirage 2000 jets. 2016 surgical strike: after the Uri attack, India conducted ground-based strikes on terror launch pads in POK. Then these operations highlight India's evolving strategy to neutralize threat preem- preemptively, with Operation Sindoor being a significant escalation due to the involvement of all three military branches and crisis. These steps are especially important given the current situation with Pakistan, but officials say the drill is just a precaution, not a sign of immediate conflict. What should you do if you are in one of already that 244 district? You don't have to panic and just follow up the precautions. That's it. If we read the significance, Operation Sindoor underscores India's resolve to combat terrorism, particularly in response to attack like Pahalgam. It also demonstrates India's military capability to conduct coordinate precision strikes across borders. However, the operation has heightened tension with Pakistan, rising concern about potential escalation, especially given Pakistan's strong rhetoric. What is happening or what going to be happen today on 7th May 2025? India is conducting a nationwide civil defense mock drill across 244 districts in 33 states, not 33 states, but 33. We only have 28 states, including union territories. Um, so total 33 places. The first such exercise since 1971, and the drill ordered by the military of home Ministry of Home Affairs aim to prepare civilians and authorities for war-like emergencies such as missile strikes, or prepare civilians and authorities for war-like situations such as missile strikes or aerial attacks in light of heightened tension with Pakistan following the Pahalgam attack. Key details, if we see, activities like air raid siren to simulate an attack scenario, blackouts to mimic wartime conditions such as a 30 minutes blackout rehearsal in Firozpur containment, evacuation drills to move people to safe shelters, public training sessions for civilians and students on first aid, firefighting and shelter techniques, flagging of critical infrastructure like power plants. Locations includes major sites Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and border states Punjab, Rajasthan, Jammu and Kashmir. Purpose to test civilian and government responses to emergencies, enhance public readiness, and reduce panic in real crisis. Scale over 250 locations are involved, with some states having multiple sites. If we see the historical context, 1971 Indo-Pak War, the last nationwide mock drill was conducted during the 1971 war, which led to the creation of Bangladesh. Drills include air raid, sirens, blackouts, and evacuation practices to prepare civilians for potential attacks. Post 1971, while localized drills have occurred, no nationwide exercise of this scale has been conducted even during the 1991 Kargil War. Current relevance: the 2025 drill is driven by the Pahalgam attack and ongoing India Pakistan tension, reflecting the need for renewed preparedness in a complex geopolitical environment. The significance, if we observe, the mock drill is a proactive measure to ensure India's resilience against potential escalations. It it educates civilians, tests infrastructure, and strengthens coordination between authorities and the public, while officials emphasize that it's not a signal of imminent conflict. Its timing alongside Operation Sindoor highlights the seriousness of the current situation. Precautions and safety guidelines. General precautions for the mock drill. To ensure safety and effective participation in the mock drill, civilians should follow these guidelines. Every civilian should try to stay calm, recognize that it's a drill, and avoid panic during sirens and blackouts. Follow instructions. Adhere to directives from local authorities, police or civil defenses personnel. Emergency Prepare an emergency kit. Keep essential like water, a flashlight, batteries, first aid supplies, and cash ready. Know your shelter. Identify the nearest safe shelter and designated evacuation area. Avoid rumors. Rely on official sources like radio, TV, or government websites for information. Participate actively. Engage in training session to learn critical skills like first aid and firefighting. Specific safety guidelines. To following the guidelines derived from general preparedness instructions are relevant for the mock drill and potential emergencies. During an air raid, lie down in an open area outside, close your ears with your fingers, and keep your chest raised to protect your heart from ground vibration. Clear debris. Immediately clear debris, muds, or obstructions from road to allow access for emergency services like fire brigades and ambulances. Avoid shiny objects. Remove or cover glass, steel, or metallic painted objects on rooftop with black paint or cloth to prevent detention. Sorry, to prevent detection. Remove flammable materials. Store wood, dry glass, prepare cardboard, tires, plastic, cloth, petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc. in safe places away from rooftop. During a blackout, avoid using inverters or lights that could be visible from outside. Keep a medical kit with bandages, antiseptics, cotton, and basic medication. Water preparedness. Fill water tanks or containers and keep 4 to 6 empty buckets for firefighting. Cover windows. Use cardboard, newspaper, blank blankets, or thick sheets to cover windows and ventilators to prevent light leakage during a blackout. Recognize sirens. Understand different siren sounds used to communicate warnings before, during, and after an air raid. Fire extinguishers. Ensure fire and extinguishers are refilled and ready for use. Why these events matter? Operation Sindoor demonstrate India's capability and resolve to counter terrorism, reinforcing its stance against cross-border threats. However, its risks escalating tension with Pakistan, requiring careful diplomatic management. Nationwide mock drill enhances civilian preparedness, reduces panic in real emergencies, and strengthens India's overall defense strategy. It also sends a message of readiness to adversaries. Combined impact. Together, these events highlight in India's multi-facet approach to security, balancing offensive action against threats with defensive preparedness. Sorry, defensive preparations to protect its people. And in last conclusion, on May 7, 2025, India is showcasing its strength and preparedness through Operation Sindoor and the nationwide mock drill. Operation Sindoor avenges the Pahalgam attack, targeting terrorist infrastructure with precision, while the mock drill ensured that civilians are ready for any crisis. By the understanding the fact, historical context, and precautions, we can appreciate the importance of these events and contribute to a safer, more resilient India. Stay informed, follow instructions, and support our armed forces and civil defenses personnel as they work to keep us safe.